Greetings to all the viewers. The session is going to deal with the process of desalination of the water. Desalination of the water taken into the consideration for the session. This is taken part of water and it's a treatment chapter. Chapter number 1, it will be as a part of engineering chemistry. We are dealing with the engineering chemistry subject and there the water and its a treatment topic taken into the consideration. And this is the part of water purification technique. Earlier we gone through the what is hardness, how many types of hardness, how to calculate the hardness, how to estimate the hardness, and finally we entered into how to purify the water. In that segment, desalination is one of the technique we are going to apply. Desalination of the water taken by the process of reverse osmosis, this was taken into the consideration. Earlier sessions, whichever conducted based on water and its treatment, are available at Dr. Kavitha Chemistry Academy channel. And the content what we are discussing here, taken from the textbook of engineering chemistry authored by Dr. Kavitha Kottireddy Kota. In addition, conceptual based chemistry, concept based chemistry, competitive based chemistry, research based chemistry, since 10th class onwards, 10th standard onwards, research level, higher order chemistry, all kind of theoretical based and also the kind of MCQ based, logical based, all are available at the channel Dr. Kavitha Chemistry Academy. Earlier it will be World of Competitive Chemistry. There you can find various kind of sessions, various videos are available. You can go through that one and share with your friends, watch regularly. Definitely you will reach whichever you are aspiring for. If you are preparing for MSc Chemistry entrance examination, GATE entrance examination, CSAR, NET or GRF entrance examination, state eligibility for teaching examination, any government examinations, university posts like that, there also the content whatever we are discussing will be very much helpful, very much sufficient. Whoever watching this kind of content regularly, definitely you will achieve the success in your field of chemistry. That's the reason why subscribe the channel, like this and watch regularly so that we will give new content every day. The content what we are discussing here will be desalination of the water. Desalination is nothing but desalting. So if you are taking sea water or oceanic water, so sea or oceanic water is a huge content on the earth, we already aware. So 1/3 of the region is 1/3 of the region is territory and remaining totally covered with the water itself. Hence we can treat Earth as a blue planet, and maximum abundance of water though available, all kind of water resources may not fit for drinking purpose, and most of the people are suffering with the scarcity of the water, and most of the people are suffering with the diseases caused by the water contamination as well. In order to avoid all these kind of adverse effects which are faced because of the improperly not treated water, so here is the solution which is developed, and this is the best solution, desalination of the water, in order to avoid the shortage of water, in order to make the water fit for drinking purpose, in order to improve the quality of the drinking water as well. That's the reason why desalination is the most important, most pivotal technique in order to make water safe drinking. Right? Desalination, which alternatively designated as a desalting of water, consisting treatment of water processing by sea or brackish water. Sea water is meant for highly contaminated, larger extent of salt content if present in the water is called sea water. If water salt content is intermediate, that is called a brackish water. So that either sea water or brackish water, if treated properly by desalination, and that is becoming a potable water. Potable water is nothing but which fit for drinking purpose. Drinkable water is called a potable water. This is the way This desalination, this is the way in making unfit water into the drinking water. That's the reason why it's the most significant process for the water purification, right? Let me give a statement. Seawater or the brackish water desalination technology has become a very important one, and increasing, ever increasing industry it will be, because properly treated water is most important. Around 80% of the diseases which is damaging the human health are caused by the water borne diseases only. Being water is a universal solvent, so many pathogens easily grown in the water, and that causes so many diseases. Water contamination diseases are possible. So that's the reason why proper sanitation, proper sterilization, proper treatment and purification is very important. That's the reason why seawater or as brackish water desalination is an ever increasing industry it will be, and it is contributing socio-economical, environmental and human health aspect as well. Being the water is essential requirement for each and every living organism, not only human. That's the reason why so society get benefited by means of this desalination process. Obviously economic upliftment is possible by means of this process. Environmentally it is also very important. Environmental eco-friendly approach it will be, and most of the properly treated water will help for the human health aspect as well. That's the reason why this purification or the desalination is the technology for the seawater or brackish water is the most important societal, economical, environmental and human health aspect issue, right? As a part of this desalination, we are adopting the technique called reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is the process removing the common salt whichever dissolved in the water as a sodium chloride, which is commonly dissolved in the water. If that sodium chloride content, common salt content, if you are removing from the water, that is said to be a desalination. Removing the salt content is called desalination. Water containing dissolved salts may salty in nature, and that is regarded as a brackish water as well. And depending upon the quantity of the dissolved solid content in the water, you can categorize that water into three different ways. Fresh water is defined as whose dissolved solid content is less than 1000 ppm. As we already aware, water is a universal solvent, able to dissolve, able to precipitate, able to adopt, mix with any kind of substance whichever present in its surrounding. That's the reason why there is no probability to get the 100% pure water. So certain extent of dissolved salts may present that may not exceed 1000 ppm. You can designate that as a fresh water. Brackish water is a kind of intermediate salinity, 1000 to 35,000 ppm hardness may present in the water. So you can designate as a brackish water. Seawater is the kind of water where the salt content is extremely larger, more than 35,000 ppm dissolved salt content is present. That is called a seawater. So that among all, our intention to make brackish water and seawater into a fresh water by means of this reverse osmosis you are applying, you are adopting. Seawater or the brackish water made available for drinking through the desalination process. Desalination, either reverse osmosis or electrodialysis you can adopt. Here is the topic regarding the reverse osmosis. Nowadays, reverse osmosis is the most commonly observed, and most of the people aware about this one, being it is applied universally. So worldwide, it is the commonly applied technique in order to make water into the pure form. That's the reason why reverse osmosis is the essential technique for the water purification. Reverse osmosis is the process in which pressure greater than osmotic pressure to be applied. High concentration side of the membrane now flow into the less concentrated side. Dilute solution side, water movement taking place through the membrane. The process is called reverse osmosis. Normal osmosis process, if reversed, that is called a reverse osmosis process. In order to reverse this one, the essential condition is the highest pressure to be applied greater than the osmotic pressure, then only we can reverse the entire process, where solvent is susceptible to move from the high concentration to low concentration side by means of reverse osmosis method. First of all, we need to know about what is osmosis, then only we will go for the reverse osmosis. Before that, nowadays in the domestic purpose, most of the households are utilizing water purifiers in order to make their borewell water into the drinkable water. Earlier, people used to travel for the longer distances and even kilometers of longer distances. They have to travel in order to grab the drinking water, fresh water. Nowadays, the people are getting the advantage of reverse osmosis technology. That's the reason why each and every house is self-sufficient to make their own purified water by RO technology, so that normal brackish water is simply converted into a drinkable water by this RO technology, reverse osmosis process. That's the reason why it is the most pivotal technique. First of all, let me describe the osmosis method. Osmosis is the phenomenon by which a solvent is susceptible to move on from the low concentration side to high concentration side. Two solutions of different concentration if made separated by semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane is the highly transparent, tiny pore containing kind of membrane, which to be inserted in between the solutions of two different concentrations. There is a provision for the movement of the solvent. Here is the compulsory term, solvent movement taking place from the lower to the higher concentration side. This is the process called osmosis. If two solutions of unequal concentrations are separated by the semi-permeable membrane and of passage of solvent taken but not the solute, that is the compulsory condition which restricts the movement of solute particles, being diameter of the solute may not fit for movement through semi-permeable membrane. The best example, when you are boiling the egg, after egg boiling, in between that outer hard shell of the egg, inner soft material, you can find the transparent layer. That's the best example for the natural semi-permeable membrane. If you want to reverse the entire osmosis process, flow of solvent taken from the concentrated side to the dilute side, if you're applying the external pressure, then the entire process is designated as a reverse osmosis. Entire process got reversed. In order to make the reverse of the process, the external pressure must be in the range of 15 to 40 kilogram per centimeter square. This extent of pressure to be applied. Reverse osmosis make the separation of salt water from the pure water. The important membrane which can be used in order to make the reverse osmosis process very sufficient, cellulose acetate or polymethyl acrylate polyamide polymers can be applied. Either of the polymer you can use as a semi-permeable membrane, so that reverse osmosis process completed by the application of the external pressure. Alternatively, reverse osmosis is also designated as a super or hyperfiltration process. Here is the equipment which you can observe, that is the entire setup made for the process of making pure water by reverse osmosis technology. Here are two large cylindrical chambers available, and you can notice the various series of columns which are used for the purification of water. And external pressure application in the temperature maintenance, pH maintenance are controlled by these devices. Here is the switchboard which used to maintain the pressure, temperature, and also the current supply to this entire equipment. Entirely, this is regarding the reverse osmosis instrumentation. In this reverse osmosis, there is a method of purification you can clearly observe. Reverse osmosis equipment is fitted with semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane use will be, it only allows the movement of solvent but not solute. Selectively, solvent molecule like water will be moved but not the salt content. Above which brackish water to be poured, below which fresh water to be filled. external pressure in the range of 15 to 40 kilogram per centimeter square to be applied in order to reverse the osmotic pressure, in order to exceed the osmotic pressure. Brackish water is forced to enter into the freshwater chamber. Water only allowed to move, but not the salt content, so that water is continuously flowing. Here is the clear equipment that you can observe. This is the cylindrical chamber. Upper layer is filled with the brackish water whose concentration is higher, larger contamination is available. There is a separating chamber said to be semi-permeable membrane made by cellulose acetate or polymethacrylate or polyamide. Either of the thing you can apply. In the bottom region, you can designate it as a pure water, sufficiently lower concentration, which is fit for drinking. In order to apply the reverse osmosis, okay, generally osmosis if taken, so here the lower concentration to higher concentration movement of water taken place in this direction. But our intention to reverse the osmosis, for that purpose external pressure to be applied using this piston. And the range of 15 to 40 kilogram per centimeter square pressure, if supposed to be applied through this piston, that is obviously greater than the osmotic pressure, then only osmosis process get reversed, and water from the brackish water is supposed to travel through the semi-permeable membrane and entered into the lower chamber called pure water. So here the continuous outlet water, RO purified water you are collecting from this bottom chamber. This is the way the efficient reverse osmosis taken within the fraction of seconds. Gallons of water or liters of water get collected within the shorter time by means of reverse osmosis. That's the reason why this technique is the most common household water purification. Even in the industrial processes also, you can go for the reverse osmosis as a better purifying technology. Now, let me introduce what advantages we can avail by means of reverse osmosis. It's a simple method, most reliable technology, and the process is very simple, and operating expenses are extremely low. No chemicals, expensive chemicals, no other technologies, a big equipment need not to require. A simple technology is sufficient for this reverse osmosis method. Life of semi-permeable membrane is of 2 years. So 2 years, that's the reason why sufficiently longer life is provided by semi-permeable need to be replaced time to time. For 2 years, you need to replace with the new semi-permeable membrane so that it will go continuously for more 2 years. This is the way the life is also sufficiently longer. It can remove the ionic as well as non-ionic. This is the most important point we need to observe. Reverse osmosis not only remove the ionizable impurities, but also the kind of non-ionizable impurities can be removed, so that it is the wise and broad technology for the water purification. Colloidal and the high molecular weight impurities get easily removed by this reverse osmosis technology. So here the colloidal particles you can sufficiently remove. High molecular weight impurities also removed by the semi-permeable membrane and the reverse osmosis process. As it is the higher the efficient for the purification of water, that's the reason why this reverse osmosis is also designated as ultrafiltration or superfiltration as well. This technique can be applied for the potable water as well as the high pressure boilers. Potable water is the domestic utilization. High pressure boiler is nothing but steam generation, hence you can say industrial application as well. That's the reason why reverse osmosis advantages can go for the wide range of applications for the water technology. So this is the way we gone through the entire method of reverse osmosis. It is a more efficient technology we are already aware about, and most of the households aware about this one and adopted this technology. It is becoming a common technology now. Water is self-sufficient in each and every house, and highly purified water we are getting because of this invention of reverse osmosis method only. Hope you got the information very well, and you can watch the channel regularly and watch the video till the end. Then only you will get the complete content, the complete understanding about the content, and subscribe the channel in order to receive the regular content notifications. And we will upload new content every day so that you can get the advantage over this kind of quality content. Thank you very much. Signing off, Dr. Kavitha.